One of the breakout stories of 2015 has been Australia's Sam Groth. The 27-year-old may boast the fastest recorded tennis serve in history, but there's a lot more to Groth than just that serve. A man building a reputation as one of the most unique players on the ATP World Tour.
He's different, very different. He's very outgoing, got a lot of energy, can get pretty fired up.
It's fun to watch him play. He plays differently than a lot of players today, and he knows it.
Guy's a monster. His serve is one of the biggest, obviously, in the world. Really special shot to have, and it's pretty incredible to play against.
It hasn't been an easy road, though, for the big Aussie. Stepping away from tennis in 2011, the time off the court was crucial.
I took time away. I went and played some Australian footy in suburban Melbourne and met a bunch of guys. I coached for a little bit, which is a real eye-opener for me all of a sudden. And I made a decision that I was going to come back and I was really going to leave no stone unturned. And since I've come back, I've just made a real effort to apply myself each day and to get better and better. And for me, I definitely don't feel like I'd be where I am now if I hadn't had that time away from the sport. I'm really enjoying being back on tour. I'm loving being out here, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Now fully focused on his tennis, the results of his newfound drive have been clear to see.
He's obviously come along in leaps and bounds, and he's improved his ground game and also his volleys. So I think even though he's getting on a little bit, he's 27, which is actually pretty much around the mark for the top 100 in tennis. So, I mean, he's at a good spot right now and he's playing good ball.
I played with him a couple of years ago when he was a little bit shakier from the baseline. And the improvements he's made now is incredible. And he's taken away the holes out of his game completely, which makes him even tougher with that serve.
I think what's helped him a lot was last year he played a lot of doubles, and I really believe that that's helped him a lot with his consistency, with his game.
For me, doubles is one of the reasons I think my singles is where I'm at right now. You come onto the tour, and for me, I'm not one of the young superstars. I feel like I've had to really work to get where I am, and I sort of built confidence from playing doubles and turning up and being in tournaments longer and beating some of the guys who I looked at as being established players on the tour and guys who I sort of looked up to almost. And so the chance to get on court and get some wins against those guys in doubles and then be around the locker room and I think build a little bit of respect definitely helped me make the transition in singles as well.
Those improvements reaped their rewards last year when Groth finally made the world's top 100.
The relief and the joy, I think, when I finally won that match and I knew I was going to break inside 100, and it was almost like a weight off my shoulders. And since then, I feel like I've really been able to relax and just enjoy playing. And I was enjoying it before that, but I sort of had that hanging over me a little bit. That's what I wanted to do. That's the ultimate goal for guys when they start playing tennis is to first of all to break into that top 100. And now I've done it, I'm going to keep working and I'm going to keep pushing forward, and the sky's the limit for me, I feel.
It just shows that if you want something and you have the heart and you're willing to work hard enough, you can make it happen. And that's him. That's someone who wants it, he's excited about it, he looks so much more in control, and he's got a plan right now.
Coming back from a long time out is never easy, but after a promising start to 2015, Groth, it seems, has really found his place on the ATP World Tour.
If you're a new guy and not everyone knows you, and it's sometimes, especially because of the way I play a little bit, it's not always easy to get guys to practice with. Not everyone wants to come out and have aces thrown down against them in practice, but I think if you're beating these guys and they're seeing you play and you're later in tournaments and they get to know you, all of a sudden it's very easy to get a lot more comfortable on tour and feel like you belong. And now that's what I really feel. I feel like I belong here.
Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, things are heating up in Miami. We'll be in Florida for the conclusion of the March Masters. And getting ready for the red dirt, we preview the 2015 clay court swing. And don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news. And talk with us on Facebook and Twitter in English and Spanish. See you next week.